Hello everybody, I'm Penny here on the road bright and early. Sun's not up yet. 11 miles to go. Camped in the woods last night, went up underneath the power lines when they're next to the road. A lot of times there's a clear cut underneath them and you can get up there and find a level spot. And I found a level spot and slept real good. So up this morning on my way, listening to the birds, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Hey everybody, it is such a beautiful morning. It's nice and cool still. Just plodding along here up Coosa County Road 29. I just keep thinking, I'm so lucky to be out here, to be able to do all this. It's wonderful. And last night, laying there listening to the night sounds, coyotes and dogs and geese down at that guy's lake. And then all the birds at nighttime come flying into the bushes around me looking for their roosting spots, and beautiful sunset. Sun goes up, it's just a little sliver, and then the stars came out, just really bright, looking up through the trees into the night sky. It's really great. And then got up this morning before light and just heading on up the road. This is wonderful. Stripped off some layers already, but like I said, only about 7 miles to go, I think, and I got that long switchback climb up Flag Mountain, and we'll see what's there. I plan to spend the night at the mountain. They've got cabin rentals, but I haven't called in to get anything, and I just find a place to pitch a tent somewhere along the trail if I need to. So looking forward to finally ending the Alabama road walk. Well, that's it for now. It's beautiful out here. I'll see y'all later. Good morning. I just about made a wrong turn. Glad I pulled out my map and checked there. I'm at the Mount Moriah Baptist Church, and Coosa County Road 29 goes off on the other side of it. This is Coosa County Road 15, and it looked like just a drive around the church to the graveyard up here. But I stopped and checked the map, and it goes on past and starts angling over to Flag. So very glad I went ahead and checked the map and did not make a wrong turn. See y'all later. Hello again, everybody. Still morning here. I am on Coosa County Road 15, and it has become this. It's like a chip and seal one-lane road, and it leads me back past some homes on this road, and then my next turn will be onto CC Camp Road, and that is the road that takes me to Flag Mountain, and it will it actually winds around and up to the top, but along the trail at some point along the base of the mountain, there's a footpath trail that winds back and forth and back and forth and back and forth up to the top of Flag Mountain. And CC Camp would probably be easier, but I think I'm gonna do the footpath advancing and see how that goes. I've only got about 5 miles to go, and not in a big rush, since I plan to spend the night there before I head off down the Pinhoti. So, and if I've got cell reception up there, I need to try to reach out to Pinhoti Outdoor Center and talk to them about slack pack opportunities along the Pinhoti. It makes it a whole lot easier, and I'd like to be able to get off to a pretty good start. So I'll try to reach back out to them and see what they can do. Well, it's a beautiful country out here. Just beautiful. That's a pretty view of the road to come. I'll see y'all later. I just thought I'd stop. Thought I would stop and show you this view. It's a nice big farm pond stretching out here beside the road. Got a bunch of lily pads down on this end, dam down on that end, barn over there in the distance, and John boat on the shore over there. And just a beautiful sight here in the country. Bye. Hello everybody. 15 has straightened itself out now into a proper 2-lane road. I'm crossing another river, don't know what it is, but this looks like wonderful, wonderful river. The water's clear, it's rushing along. If this was summer, I would be taking a break here just to go soak my feet, if nothing else. That's just beautiful down there. So, just to give you a little taste, I'm gonna head on my way. See ya. Oh, back on again. As you can see, 15 is going back down to chip and seal 1 lane. So I would venture to say that this part of the road that is 2 lanes and newer with that bridge is something that was rebuilt within the last couple of years after the bridge was maybe wiped out after some storm. Helene could have been it. I'm not sure this looks quite old enough to have been Helene damage, but one way or another, that's probably what it is. And now I'm heading back to the chip and seal. So, see y'all later. Well, just turning on to Coosa County 16. Roads are getting more and more primitive as you go. I think I've got about a mile on here before CC Camp Road. Alright, just trying to keep you up to date. See y'all later. Well, this road is really starting to feel like it's petering out. As we get closer and closer to Camp Road, I wonder how often this road is maintained. Out here in the boonies next to the Coosa Wildlife Management Area. Nope. Got a little rise here. keep you in here till we get to the top and see what's just over the ridge. There you go. Looks like the road is curving on around the bend. I'll see you later. Well, here I am. CC Camp Road off to Flag Mountain. And now it's just a kind of a washed out gravel road. So tough walking until we get to some mountain trail. I think about 3 miles, so I'm gonna get to the top of this little rise and then I'm gonna take a break for lunch. So I'll see y'all later. I gotta tell you, this section is not fun. Got something else getting me here, but Camp Road seems to be all just up and up and up, and a lot of it is this gravel road, which is horrible to walk on. Hurts your feet every step of the way. And then you get some dirt road, which isn't quite so bad, and then where it's needed work, they've dumped gravel in, and of course they dump in the big gravel, which makes it hard to walk on again, hurts your feet. It just keeps going up and up and up. I got a little over a mile to go to finally finish this Alabama road walk. If I don't die first. See y'all later. So, don't know what I'm getting to here, but there's a structure up there. Hopefully I can sit down in the shade, take a rest. So, looks like there are different trailheads here. Here's a nice place to sit down and relax a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. Talk to you later. Hey everybody, One Penny here. This is enlightening. This is actually the southern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail. So, I have sort of finished the Alabama Road Walk. But from this point, it's, it's strange. So I can follow the Alabama Road Walk, and that until it gets to the top of Flag Mountain, but that cuts off part of the Pinhoti Trail. And if you go on the Pinhoti Trail, it cuts off part of the Alabama Road Walk, which is the Eastern Continental Trail. So at this point, unless you want to walk in a big circle, you make a choice. Either follow the Pinhoti so that you can through hike that all the way over into Georgia and hook up to Benton Mackey and Appalachia, or you follow the Eastern Continental Trail and then you bypass some of the Pinhoti. So I've already bypassed a little bit of the Eastern Continental trail down in Georgia. Just different routes, you know, and another part here, there's an option on the Coosa Trail. And the Coosa Trail, I don't know why anybody wants to do that unless they're, I don't know. It's it deviates. It goes left off of the Eastern Continental Trail, and it goes way out about 8 or 10 miles, and then it comes back 8 or 10 miles to a spot that's like 5 miles further up the road. So you can do the extra 20 miles, or you can just do 5 miles up the road. And I talked to different people, and almost everybody just does the 5 miles up the road. So the Coosa is part of the Eastern Continental, but so is the road. But the road is termed a summer bypass. So we just went from, I think, I don't know, we just had the March, the equinox. I don't know. I don't know if it's summer or not. It's hot as summer, that's for sure. So I don't know. I may go a third path. The Pinhoti Trail goes down through here, and it goes down. I can see it goes down about 100 feet in elevation loss, and then it climbs back up about 100 feet in elevation gain. And the Eastern Continental Trail follows that for a ways before it splits off. But the road that I walked in on goes on up, and then the Pinhoti and the Eastern Continental together come up and touch the road about a mile up, and that's just about the point where then they split and go opposite directions. So I think just walking up the road is probably the easiest thing to do at this point. It's about 11:45, so it's still morning. My plan was just to get to the top of Flag Mountain and try to get one of those cabins. They sure have a lack of information as far as trying to get anyone to see about trying to reserve a cabin. I don't even know if you come. Maybe it's just first come, first serve. I don't know if there's anybody there. Just how do you get from here to there if they don't give you any information and you can't find anything? So and online they're listed as in different names too. I found that out. But right now it's CCC Camp Cabins, and there's no number listed over there on the board. There's a number for a lady to call about trail conditions, but that's it. So I might try calling her and seeing about cabin information. But I think my path is going to be up the road a little ways to avoid this elevation up and down. And then when the two trails come over to the road, I'll take those, and it takes me up to Flag Mountain. Bypasses, so I'm bypassing some of the Pinhoti, some of the East Coast, Eastern Continental Trail, and I'm bypassing the switchback climb of a little over half a mile, kind of straight up to the fire tower, which is fine with me. Even from there, you got another mile to go to get to the top of Flag. So choices. This is the way I'm going, for better or worse. And then once I get to the top of Flag, even if I can't stay at a cabin, I'm just going to kick back and relax for a while. There's some other campsites a few miles farther on. I might try for one of them, or I might just try to pitch a tent around the cabin somewhere. So that's the way it is. Skipping part of one, skipping part of the other, skipping part of both. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey everybody, me again. So I just came off a part of the trail that was both the Eastern Continental Trail and the Pinhoti Trail, and I've left both of those for this trail, which is the trail to Flag Mountain, although all the trails get you to Flag Mountain one way or another. But this was the most direct route that I could see without extra miles. I will intersect the Pinhoti, so this kind of cuts off a corner of the Pinhoti and the ECT, and then I'll have to hang a left actually on the Pinhoti to get back to where the cabins are, but it's only half a mile or so. Only gotten to a place where there's some nice views through the trees until they leaf out, so you can see some nice mountain views. And this is the trail moving forward, so this is pretty nice, kind of cut into the hillside. There's a steep section back there. I'm sure there's going to be more steep sections, but this is nice to finally get off the road and onto some trails. This is great. And I was lucky enough back there at the pavilion to call again to the Pinhoti Outdoor Center, and I've arranged with them 3 days worth of slack packing, a couple of days staying at the hostel, and they gave me the name of the lady up here at these cabins to see if there's a vacancy. So either that or I camp out, and there's like a $10 fee, or I just walk down the trail a little bit and camp for free. But the hostel at Pinhoti is inexpensive. The shuttle service is expensive, and if you're splitting it with someone else, it's even less expensive. So 3 days of slack packing. Wasn't sure what the trails are going to be like, and they can change constantly, but it's a short hike the first day, and then the second 2 days each gets a little bit longer. And if I get down there to talk to them and I can find out I can arrange a slack pack for a 4th or 5th day, I will certainly do that too, because slack packing is definitely the way to go. So that's all for now. I'll talk to you later. Well, this is definitely some beautiful trail here through the wilderness. Be a little bit careful. The leaves can hide rocks, and when you're going through places that are really heavy with pine needles, they can actually be slippery and start sliding. You're just standing on a big bunch of pine needles and away you go. You definitely got to be careful when there's a drop off on the side of the trail. Ugh. Well, and the uphills suck no matter what. So, just wanted to give you a little shot of the trail. See you later. Hey everybody, One Penny here. This is finally the top of Flag Mountain. I'll go ahead and see about climbing the fire tower there if I can. Might be locked up and closed. But incredible view from up here. See for miles and miles and miles. The white cars down there are parked in front of the caretaker's cabin. And I have a cabin about 100 yards farther down the way those are pointing. And the trail didn't bring me up here. It's just a mess. There's like 7 different trails in this area, different called Pinhoti this, Pinhoti that, different stuff. So I went and got a cabin, which was a good move. And then I walked on up over here. That blue blaze is supposed to be the Pinhoti, but I don't know what direction it's going. They tell you that the terminus is here on Flag, but there's also a terminus a mile down the road that I went to, and just walking around seeing what other things there are here. Okay everybody, here we are at the top of the fire tower on Flag Mountain, and there's no way that this view will come through as amazing as it is on the phone, as amazing it is in person. This is really wild. I don't know what just happened with the There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Walking along a part of the Pinhoti from the newer terminus. Apparently there's been about 3 different terminuses. And this will take me down to intersect with the trail that I used to get up to the cabins. Which is pretty steep, but I'm going to go do it again so that I can say I, through hiked the Pinhoti. If, of course, there are no other places on the Pinhoti where there is a shortcut that I might elect to take, because I may be likely to do that. Just like down here on the ECT, that Coosa arm. Of course, the part that I took is an official alternate, so I'm not worried about that. But down we go. A little steep. Little steep. Little steep. This it's just taken me, oops, that is a right turn marker right here. So going straight would have been a lot easier, but we'll go this way this time. I'll follow this on a ways and then head back to camp. I'm just giving you an idea of what this part of the trail is like. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey, it's 1 penny. I decided to take a little walk around. Came down the trail and up the hill to see Ruins 1 and Ruins 2. And here they are. There's Ruins 1. Looks like you can have a picnic here. And then out on the other ridge there is Ruins 2. They've got a platform set up in front with a picnic table. Looks like you could camp there on the platform if you wanted. But time for me to head back to my cabin and relax for the evening. So just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse. See y'all later.